Kenny Goodman here, founder of Find the Edge, and in this video I'm going to reveal to you why influence is the key to growing your business. A lot of people focus on various different areas, whether that be Facebook marketing, whether that be staff training, whether that be recruitment drive, or whether that will be, SEO marketing, but they don't stop to think that influence powers all of this. And if you have people within your business, or you sell to people, which most businesses do, then influence will actually be influencing your business. Now, Find the Edge has conducted some very extensive surveys of hundreds of entrepreneurs and business leaders, and we found that there were 4 major challenges crippling independent businesses, whether that be small one-man band businesses, so businesses that people that work from home, entrepreneurs that work from home, or even bigger SME businesses, 100 to 200 staff, and everything in between. And they all had these 4 major challenges, and they all seem to be the same in each business, big or small. And the number 1 by far was marketing. People are really struggling to consistently drive targeted traffic and attract prospects and get the right audience in front of them. Another issue is being able to, once you get there, once you find the platforms where you've got your audience, it's being able to stand out from the crowd. And then the next step that people really struggled with was converting the prospects into long-term loyal customers. All of these issues are crippling small to medium-sized businesses right now, and that's because not only they're trying to compete with big corporations and their armies of marketers, but also with hundreds of thousands of new businesses starting up every single week due to the low barrier of entry that the internet has created. So marketing is a real issue right now. And the second one was finance, being able to obviously fund growth and find the right team members. People couldn't afford the right team members, and obviously SMEs, especially through the last 5 years of this horrendous recession, have had issues chasing the tail with bad cash flow. That's been a big issue on the finance side. Number 3 in the list was managing business relationships, whether that be business partners, team members, customers, clients, suppliers, and bank managers and other types of lenders. The businesses we spoke to were finding it difficult to persuade people to do what they saw was right, what they saw was the right thing. And this was causing rifts, it's causing unease, and obviously counterproductivity was forming as well. And bringing me on to the final one, it was, the big problem that they also had was productivity. This wasn't as bad as the other issues, but it was still bad, and that included personal productivity, team productivity, and time management. Now, here's an astounding fact. All of these issues and others we looked at are dominated by just one single factor. And of course, that is influence. As my good friend Dr. Nick Lucas from Influence Faculty says, influence is the X factor that determines total success in business, and he's not far wrong there. If you can master the power of influence, then you can revolutionize your marketing, which will have a massive positive impact on your finances. You can increase your influence you have on others, whether that be customers, clients, business partners, team members, or, indeed, as we said before, bank managers or other lenders. And you can change your personal productivity by influencing positive and productive habits. Now, I was talking to Nick the other day, and we were both laughing because he was talking about how whenever influence was studied at a deep level in centuries gone by, in each century it was brought out, it was quashed immediately. The people who were in power would quash the groups down that were studying it, and most of the time they would end up on the end of a stake or under the guillotine. Now, I'm hoping we're not going to end up in the same place, but it is really powerful stuff, and wherever there's powerful stuff, it can be used ethically or non-ethically. Now, you'll be pleased to know that we're going to concentrate on the ethical side in Find the Edge. I do cover the non-ethical stuff in some of my other training on Influence Hub and stuff, but that's just so that people know what they're dealing with. It's not to actually practice the unethical stuff. But some people do say, you're studying influence, is that not unethical? Well, it actually isn't. It can be used, like I say, ethically or unethically. If you're offering fantastic products or services, why not make it as easy as possible for your customers to see the benefits so that they can take advantage of it and reap the rewards as fast as possible? It makes sense. Now, if you are involved in social media, you will have heard the term influencer a lot recently. And if you've not heard of influencer, then you've probably heard of thought leader, because both of these terms are now becoming mainstream. And that's because you've got whole businesses and communities focusing on it. For example, if you use LinkedIn, you probably will have seen that they've adopted the new LinkedIn influencer program, where they identify and help you connect with global influencers. And you've also got companies like Clout, you've got Cred, you've got Peer Index, and these guys are all focusing on the analytics of influencers. And of course, as I mentioned before, you've got Influence Hub inside of Find the Edge. And this is my private members community where you can learn a lot more about influence from global experts and get involved in the community. But that's the end of my shameless plug there. These have all been created, my site, Cred, the LinkedIn influencer program, Cloud, all of this stuff has been created because of social media and the realization that market influencers yield a lot of power. Attracting prospects and driving targeted web traffic is easy for them because people want to refer to them, they want to link to them, and they want to recommend them. Selling products and services is a piece of cake because they get listened to and they're well respected. They don't need to knock on doors and sell because people come to them and buy. They are seen as the authority in their marketplace, and their customers become ambassadors and evangelists of their products and services. Influencers are usually very productive, and they're able to influence their own habits and behaviours whilst also being highly persuasive with others. And also, influencers attract other influencers, and then that's where the growth becomes completely exponential. You can see this everywhere with strong influential brands because they've usually got a big influencer behind them. For example, Virgin has Sir Dickie Branson. Apple had Steve Jobs. VaynerMedia, Gary Vaynerchuk. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and the list goes on. In this video course, we're going to be concentrating mainly with online influence in a sales and marketing capacity, and that's because it's the fastest way to grow your influence and ultimately your business, but you can use a lot of these strategies and techniques in most business situations. Also, if you think about it, if you run a business, then you actually run a marketing business. At the end of the day, you're in the business of marketing your product or service and your company and brand. This is why it's super important for you to personally understand your market inside out. If you don't, then how do you expect to influence them? So after this intro video, the next video in the course is how to conduct laser-focused market research, which is one of the videos from Customer Profiling Formula, which is an expansive online course inside Influence Hub. Another plug there, I know, but I just can't help it. If you don't know your audience, then you're going to be shooting in the dark, and therefore you won't know who you're looking to engage. It's really important to know who your audience is. Without knowing your audience, you can't possibly expect to get your products and services spot on, and you certainly won't be able to market them effectively enough to make great gains. In that video, we're going to reveal the tools and techniques that will help you quickly get a handle on your market, because then you can laser focus your efforts and resources into the most profitable areas. So whether you're competing in your current market or you're entering a new one, market research or market testing can make or break your business. It's that important. And this video will give you a good overview and show you how to do it effectively, and also it'll make it a fun process as well, which is very important with stuff like this. And the next video after that is about creating your value proposition for your business. And this is one of the videos from Pitch Accelerator course, which again is an expansive online course on Influence Hub. Now, your value proposition is really important because it's what makes you different to your competitors and why your audience should choose your product or service over theirs. If you can answer this question succinctly, you're well on your way to creating a value proposal that improves your influence, smashes your conversion rates, and gives your business the laser-sharp focus on customer needs required to take your business to the next level and beyond. Once you know your message, then you need to start looking at how you can get your message out there without blatantly selling. And the best way that I've seen so far is to educate your audience into a sale with good, solid content. Whether you write the content or you get someone to do it, you still need to come up with great content ideas. So the next video is going to be on how to source content ideas like a pro. And there's some really juicy stuff in there. And as Bill Gates said, content is king. This encapsulates it perfectly, and it's a really good video, even if I do say so myself. So once you've got that sorted out, and once you know what content you're producing, you then need to know what to do with it and how best to leverage it and syndicate it across as many platforms and channels as possible to increase your online influence. So the final video is from Syndication Flow, which again is an expansive course on Influence Hub, and it will give you a nice overview on how you can do this. So I look forward to helping you and your business find the edge and gain maximum influence in your market. I'll see you on the next video, which I think will really help you understand your audience better.